All right, thanks, guys. Hi, everyone. My name is Casey Lai. I am the CEO and founder of Promethium. A little bit about me. My background has usually been in enterprise technologies at companies like VMware and EMC, as well as building a few successful startups with over 400 million in exits. My two partners in crime, who are also here with me today, Dr. Shou Yang, built big data systems for a company like Google, Huawei, and Electronic Arts, and Azari Smotrich, our principal architect. Worked at places like Oracle, Model N, and Sun, building big data analytics. The board is comprised of Zeta Venture Partners, who is our lead investor. We raised about 2.5 million in our seed round, and Arnold Silverman, who's a legendary investor who's been behind such companies as Oracle, being the founding investor, Business Objects, as well as Informatica. The big problem that we're trying to solve today is that we think analytics is just way too darn hard. There's way too much time, way too much effort being spent before someone can even get the answers. Tableau actually estimates that 90% of the total cost of ownership is actually just in labor alone, and IDC estimates that half of the market in BI analytics actually all goes to professional services. The reason why this is so hard is because all the steps that's necessary to actually get someone the data to even look at. So while everyone likes to think about the pretty charts and graphs, what people don't realize, it could take you several months to even find the data, move the data, and put it in a format where someone can actually analyze it. The problem with this is you're not even sure if you have the right data until you're done with this process, and then you start all over again, which makes it super expensive and super inefficient. So at Promethium, we're turning this on its head. We're saying, you know, it doesn't make sense to start with the data. Why don't you start with what's the most natural intuitive thing, which is asking a question? Why don't you start with the question, and then we'll do all the hard and gnarly part of figuring out what data you need to actually construct all that and put it together. And then you can just validate the data by running the query and checking out using your existing BI tool. So the workflow then changes to simply typing or speaking a question. And all this gets automated in a single workflow, literally done in about a minute. So now you have time to do more projects, answer more questions, search for all the questions that anyone has ever asked in the entire organization, making the workflow just a lot more intuitive. The use cases we're going after is we believe we can now actually make self-service analytics end-to-end, so accelerating analytics projects overnight. Secondly is around data governance. We can actually give you real-time data governance while you're doing the analytics. So you don't have to wait 6 months to check the analytics to make sure nothing bad happened, or you don't have to delay the business analysts and say, you can't get the data until we've gone through this. Imagine having real-time governance for every query, every question that's about to be run. We've built a very simple, easy, intuitive product because our main customers are business people who can't code or maybe don't want to code. If you don't want to write Scala, Python, or SQL queries, this is a great product for you. Simply ask a question, type a question, and all the hard stuff that required maybe 13 tools before is now going to be consolidated on one. This team has a lot of experience in BI analytics as well as building web scale, big scale systems. We've got great investors who have successfully built huge companies like Oracle, Business Objects. We're going after a great big TAM, and we've got fantastic customer traction. Thank you.